Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael and I am currently on a financial journey to becoming not only debt-free, but also increase my assets and net worth to be valued at over $1 million. It's currently the end of the month, which means it's time for another net worth tracking update, along with updating you guys on how it's gone this past month with putting money aside for my student loans. Also, at the end of the video, I'm going to be sharing a major update or milestone that I've made with my student loans, and no, it has nothing to do with the current student loan cancellation fiasco thing that's been going on. Without further ado, let's go ahead and slide over to my net worth tracking spreadsheet and start punching in the new updated numbers for the end of August. So the first thing we're going to punch in is my 401k. And as many of you know, a 401k is a type of investment plan that you have with your employer through your job. Money comes right out of your paycheck. You don't even really see it, and it gets automatically invested into selected funds that you probably set up. My 401k has grown this month to $10,865.21. Very good. Growth of around, what, $1,200, $1,300, right around that mark. Not bad. Moving on to my house. This is an estimate of how much my house is valued at. Now, I did use Zillow, which I know isn't the best and most accurate way to determine your home's value. The best way is to have an assessor come out and spit you out a number after they've looked at your house. But I'm not gonna do that right now because I think you have to pay money for that, and I got a busy schedule. Anyway, I looked at Zillow before pressing record, and this number has actually gone up, which is nice. It is currently at $171,300. Nice. Once again, it's through Zillow, so that's not the most accurate estimate, but it is an estimate, and that's usually what an assessment is. It's an estimate. Moving on now to my vehicle. I didn't do too much homework to look at what this number would be. However, because it's been just about a month, I don't think there's much change here. So we're just gonna keep it and play it safe and just say that it hasn't really moved up or down. Obviously, it's more likely to move down because it's a used vehicle, and vehicles tend to depreciate in value unless you have some exotic vehicle or a classic car, which my 2019 Hyundai Elantra is not. Moving on to savings and cash. Now, I've explained before in the past, because I am setting aside money specifically to pay off my student loans once they become due again, which sounds like maybe at the beginning of this coming year in 2023. But what I do is I set aside money each month to pay for that in a specific high yield savings account. I factor all of that into just my general savings and cash. So my regular bank account, my high yield savings account that I use to pay off student loans, all that gets lumped together into this number, which I'm going to provide right now, which is currently at $23,411. There's probably some cents in there, but Mint doesn't spit out cents when it tells you how much money you have. Now we're moving on to my Roth IRA and my regular taxable brokerage account. Just to be honest and transparent with you guys, I'm currently not contributing towards my regular taxable brokerage account. I have that through TD Ameritrade. I am, however, contributing each month towards my Roth IRA. Right now, I can really only dish out and afford to pay $100 per month towards that. So we're not going to see any huge substantial growth unless something happens with the market. Right now, my Roth IRA is sitting at $1,605.22. As you guys can see, that's good news because that's a positive trajectory. I only contributed $100, so you guys can see there's been a little bit of growth there, which is nice. And then my regular taxable brokerage account, which I have with TD Ameritrade, which I said I'm not contributing towards right now, that one is sitting at $2,111 and 53 cents. Can't type, but that's okay. We got it. So I've set up this spreadsheet to spit out at the end here where it says total value, a number that is all of these things added up, and this is the sum. So the sum of all my assets right now is $222,966.96. A lot of repetition there. Can you believe it? Wow. A lot of repetition. That's okay. It's a good number because, as you guys can see, it's higher than in July. How much this is going to impact my overall net worth, that's yet to be found out because we have to now factor in my liabilities and debts. Now, this is going to be easier because, as you guys can see, I only have two things here for liabilities and debts, which is nice. Just a government loan and a mortgage loan. So government loan. This one, you guys know the drill, is still this, $71,407.15. I know there's a whole thing going on right now with student loan debt cancellation. I'm not factoring that in yet because my account has not changed. I checked my Greater Finger Lakes account and they said they don't have any information about it. So I don't have any information to share with you guys about how that has impacted my government loan. So I'm keeping it the same. Just going to continue doing what I'm doing because what I'm doing seems to be working. Nothing wrong with that. And then we have Sally Mae, which is 0. Car loan, 0. Sorry, these fonts are not correct. And my mortgage. Now, my mortgage, I checked it before filming, and it is $1,000. No, it's not $1,000. That'd be nice. $132,529.30. So I fixed the font, and now it's showing everything as monetary values. My mortgage is $132,529.30. Not too much progress, but that's just typically how things go when you're trying to pay off your mortgage and you're just basically putting the minimum payments because that's all I'm doing right now. Paying off my mortgage for me right now isn't a super high priority. It's kind of just on the back burner and I'm giving it the $1,559 a month that the bank's asking me to pay it each month. But we're not done yet because in order to figure out what my net worth actually is, we need to take my assets and subtract from that my liabilities. So let's go ahead and now punch that into this spreadsheet. I have it set up so that obviously it auto adds all these numbers and we have this, and then it auto adds all my liabilities and we have this. So what we're going to do is we are going to take and put here a formula that spits out what these two numbers are when they are subtracted from each other. All right, let's do that right now. Sum of this number subtracted by this number, and we get $19,030.51. Okay, so that is my current net worth. And what we're going to do here, we'll just pull that down. This number, this $5,231.48, demonstrates the amount of change that I had since July. So my net worth improved by $5,231.48. And that's pretty good progress in a month, I would say. So my total change since starting this whole process back in March of 2021, I have made a positive growth of $75,030.51 towards my net worth, which I know I got a long way to go before I hit $1 million. One of the big ways that you can increase your net worth is not just by paying off liabilities and debts, but also is by increasing your assets. Right now, big jumps in asset growth isn't really on the table. You do that through stuff like purchasing real estate or investing more heavily in the stock market, etc., things like that. Those things are on the horizon in the future, but probably not this year unless something crazy opens up. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have a major student loan debt milestone and update to share with you guys that has nothing to do with the student loan debt cancellation stuff that's going on in the news. Instead, my update has to do with how it's been going with being able to save up towards my student loan debt contribution that I'm hopefully going to be making at the end of the deferment, which now sounds like it's in December. As I shared at my last student loan update, which I think was earlier this month, maybe I forgot to do it because when I looked at my student loan debt spreadsheet, I was still in the middle of July. But anyway, I brought this spreadsheet up to speed with where I'm at currently, which is $13,500 saved up towards my government student loans. As many of you know, and I will reiterate for those who do not know, I made a plan back in April to save up $3,000 every month until September, which is tomorrow at the time of filming this. The reason I did that was because originally the deferment was going to end in September. It's not going to end in September, but I still just said I'm going to try to save up $3,000 every month so that I will have $15,000 saved up towards my government student loans. Well, the big update is that at the beginning of this month, I was able to contribute $1,500 towards the loan. Cool, that's what I've been doing. But each month I've been able to contribute $3,000. And this month, as I mentioned in my last Budget With Me video, I was a little hesitant to know if I was going to be able to do that because my pay this month was going to be lower than what it has been. Well, the good news is that today I made my second transfer of the month of August into my Ally Savings Bank of, guess what, another $1,500, making this month a total saved month of $3,000, which brings me up to, let's do this. Let's do this in real time. $3,000 this month towards my student loans, which brings me to a total saved of $15,000 towards my government student loans. I made it. I set a 5-month goal for myself to have $15,000 saved up. I did it, which is pretty cool. In some ways, it feels a little bit, I guess, underwhelming because the deferment's not ending. It's being extended to December. My plan, I guess, right now is to continue to contribute $3,000 a month if I can, which I think I should be able to because from here on out, I'm going to be picking up my side hustle income again, which will be nice to have that each month. So, all in all, feels pretty good. Met that goal, $15,000. This projected balance is how much I would have left in student loans, aside from the whole student loan forgiveness thing. This is how much I would have left in student loans if I were to take this $15,000 today and put it towards my $71,000 total of student loan debt. That's how much I would have left over, $57,000. Well, almost $58,000, but whatever, you get the picture. So it feels really good. I've been able to meet that goal. I'm going to continue to try to do $3,000 every month until December when it's supposed to be over, this deferment. We'll see what happens. We'll see what people decide. Let me know down in the comments below how your financial journey is going. Are you in the middle of paying off debt? Are you trying to increase your assets and you're at that end of things? Thank you guys once again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.